turned the position down because they were going to pay me too much money.
Mm.
The reason they were paying me now, the only people who use terms such as too much money are people who are receiving government assistance.
Know what it takes to be a winner. Work all day, never quit, never quitter. You supply the table and I'ma bring the dinner. Call me top chef, baby. Ain't
All right, what's going on, everyone? This is the DC Incentives podcast, and you already know what it is. Happy New Year, everyone! Happy New Year! Happy 2023! Yo, you know we here, we staying in focus, and you already know who we got. We got the award winner. We got the inspirational speaker. We have the
You laid all down.
I want y'all to introduce to Sade Burrell.
Hey, you know, if I could just wake up with that introduction every morning, I'll be good.
Right? That'd be the best thing.
Hey, get you
energized.
Right? Get you someone like DC who introduce you like that. Yes,
For sure.
I'm super honored to be here on y'all podcast. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. All thanks and glory belong to God for us being able to gather like this. So, hey, I appreciate y'all.
Let's go. All right, so for everyone that you know, this is Zay. Zay is HR of DC. She's human resources. She's the boss. So she's the one working behind the scenes for DC Incentives. So she's the one that gets the ideas,
cameras, everything.
Everyone, that her name is Zay. Zay, anything you want to say?
No, just Happy New Year to everybody, and that's about it for now. We're gonna keep it going.
Let's go. Okay. All right. So let's get it going. Sade Burrell, talk to us. What's been going on?
I think last time I was on this podcast around this time last year, and I think last time we talked, I was sharing my screen and everything. We talked a lot about like document the process, and I got that from my friend Matthew. He's known on Instagram as CEO Matty J. But I shared a lot about document the process. And if you guys remember, last year I showed y'all like this whole screen. I documented my whole year in my doctoral program.
Yeah.
Since then, Matty actually created a course where he actually teaches us like how to turn documenting into an online course. So I actually created an online course for anyone who's thinking about going to a doctoral program or in a doctoral program. And that all came from me documenting my whole, like everything I went through. And what do I mean by document, right? I was videoing. I got the what do you call it, the GoPro. I got the GoPro. I started videoing all that. I started writing stuff down my whole trip. And so let me tell you what ended up coming from me documenting the process. I got the course, so I got that going. And then we turned my whole entire trip. We documented the whole trip in Peru. Me and my kids, because I take them out of the country every year. Because one, ain't no little boy gonna be able to come to my daughter and try to finesse her with a Miami trip when she done been all across the world. You know what I'm saying? My son know what it's like to be able to take people out of the country, for him to go out of the country, And so we took that whole entire trip. This all comes from documenting the process. And we turned that whole entire thing into an ebook. All right. So we used Canva. We used Canva and turned that whole thing into an ebook. So that message I gave last year about y'all need to document the process, everything y'all do, y'all need to write that stuff down. Like some people might have taken it serious and did it. Some did not, but I took it very serious and I made money off of it. So like that's really, so now I'm up in, this is my third year in my doctoral program, hopefully my last one. And I'm just focused on my research and get my goals completed.
Let's go.
Okay, that's good.
Let's go. Okay. So, Zay, you got any questions?
Not at the moment, nah. Not at the moment.
All right. So talk about well, we gotta bring it back. Talk about the 4 a.m. Talk about the 4 a.m. community. You gotta
Hmm.
talk about that. I would like people to come on into that because I think that's very important.
Yeah, so actually the 4 a.m. community. So every morning I wake up at 4 a.m. People ask why I wake up at 4 a.m. I think I got my book right here. It's a book called Discipline Equals Freedom by Jocko Willing. And I read it like 2 years
Hmm.
ago. And in this book, there's a few things he talked about. He talked about like, we need to give up sugar, we need to be working out. But the one thing, and that's you hear that everywhere. But the one thing that struck me was he said everybody needs to start waking up at 4:30. You need to wake up early. And I'm like, what? And one of the things that got me to where I am, and I'll go a little bit into who I am a little later, but I think that there are always clues to success if we sit down and we listen and we mimic, right? We all mimicking something or someone. And so I decided, hey, if he waking up at 4:30 and he's successful, I'm gonna wake up at 4:30 and be successful as well. So I woke up at 4:30 for like maybe like 6 months, and I realized 4:30 was actually too late for me because by the time I got dressed, it was about 5 a.m. All right. So by the time I got done getting dressed, it was 5 a.m. And then because I got kids, I gotta be out of my house by 6:30. So that's only an hour and a half
Yeah.
to study. So I said, okay,
Yeah.
I need to wake up at 4 a.m. so I can be dressed by 4:30. That's 2 hours of me studying. And I have to study ahead of time because again, I got kids. And what a great way to start off your day, knowing you've accomplished more when you've accomplished something before you even go.
True.
And people don't know what that does to your brain. When I don't like today,
Hmm.
honest truth, I didn't feel like waking up today. I was like, yo, I don't feel like waking up. I'm tired. Let me sleep in. But then I said, you know what? I already know what's gonna happen. When I sleep in, then I feel terrible. Like, man, I should have woke up. Like you starting off bad because I know the routine. So the 4 a.m. community, we log on every day at 4:30 because again, I want to give people that 30 minutes to get dressed. So I wake up at 4 a.m. 4:30. We online Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, we're online. And I'm up every
Hmm.
day at 4:30, but I do it online and it's a Zoom link that we send. And if you want it, you can actually just hit me up on Instagram. It's just Sade Burrell, actually my name right here on Instagram, and I'll send you the link. And it's free. It's a free accountability group. You come in there,
Hmm.
you tell the people what you need to do, and we hold you accountable every day. And so yeah, every day, Monday through Friday, and then Saturday, I wake up at 4 a.m. But I have church on Saturdays, and then Sunday, like today, I woke up at 4 a.m. too. But you don't have to be there. Yeah.
So do you wake up at 4 a.m. 7 days a week or 5 days a week?
I wake up 7 days, 7 days a week. Uh, the reason why I do is because also in that book, it talks about how you don't want to break your patterns. So
Hmm.
if you wake up Monday through Friday at 4 a.m. and then Saturday and Sunday you sleeping in, every time you wake up on Monday, it's gonna feel like you starting over.
I experienced that. You're so
Yep.
right. Because I from last year, I took the whole 4 a.m. thing. I was doing 4:30, and everything was working through. I was like, all right, I got this. When the weekend hit, it was over. I was out of it. I was like, oh, this ain't gonna work. I can't do this, So I understand, completely understand where you come from with that.
Yep.
Let's go.
Now let me ask you this: when you were doing your 4:30, 4 a.m., like I'm assuming, like did you had your plan? You had things planned out, like what you wanted to do.
Um, what I was doing was technically I would get up and it was more so of a thing where I'm reading I tried to read affirmations or straight doing straightening it up and stuff because I didn't get the thing is I have my son. So I had to take him to school. He's gotta be actually his father at 6:30 in the morning. I gotta be to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I was getting up at 4:30 so I can try and do a little something for me and then get myself and him together and out the house. So for me, it was just a matter of just having that little extra half an hour to try to unwind to try and get myself prepared for the day. That's what I used that for. I didn't really, I wanted to do more, but to get up even earlier than that, it would have been a hassle because I didn't get to sleep until kind of late because of the way the day works, you know. So I used a half an hour just to kind of get prepared for the day.
And that's exactly what it's supposed to be for. See, the biggest reason why a lot of people stop is because they don't have it planned out. Like you had it planned out, like, hey, I'm waking up so I can get a few things taken care of before, I'm not rushing, etc. So when you actually have a plan for wake, like people say, well, Sade, when you finish school, like, are you still gonna wake up at 4 a.m.? I'm like, yeah. They said, well, what are you gonna do? Because you don't have to study no more. Oh, I'm gonna be working out. Like I'm gonna work out early in the morning. For now, funny story is, so I have a friend who has a gym, and his first session is at 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm able to work out there, get back home by like 5. So I'll probably have to wake up around 3:30 so I can get there, and then I'll come back home, and then I'll be so tired by the time I get home, I'm able to sleep well. So people, next question people ask, well, what time do you go to sleep? I go to sleep about 9 or 10 o'clock. Like 9 or 10 o'clock, I go to sleep. Still the same amount of hours you would get if it's still the same amount of hours. So that 4 a.m. community, like I said, if you want to join it, it's free. I don't charge nobody nothing. I'm just there to support you. We share our goals with each other, and we're there to build a community of people who are successful. So, like I said, that we there to support each other.
Yeah, that's good. I enjoy it. I would love to do that. Sure.
All right, so let's talk about you said you get up at 10, right? Let's
Yeah.
help out the ones that work 12 hours a week. I mean, 12 hours, in a
12
day.
hour
I'm
shifts.
sorry. 12 hour
Mm-hmm.
shifts or 8 hour shifts. Excuse me. Yeah, that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
help them out.
Mm-hmm.
Why should they get up at 4 a.m.?
Okay.
And then because they have to go to work at like 8, 9. So what would you say to that?
So great question, actually. For people who work those hours, getting up early, it depends on your schedule, right? So if let's say you work all day and you don't get home to 7 a.m., right? So whatever, everyone's schedule is different. What I'm saying is that whatever time that you have, instead of sleeping for 10 hours, right? Can you sleep for 7 and then do something productive for those 3? So everyone's early is different. So people get caught up on the 4 a.m., not the 4 a.m. Your 4 a.m. might be 7 p.m., 10 p.m. It's different for everyone. It's just that you got to find that productive time in your schedule where that's when you first wake up. So people who do work those 12-hour shifts, I got a friend who's a nurse, and she does a 12-hour shift. So let's say she doesn't get off to, I don't know, she goes in and give me a time. Maybe she goes in at 6 and she doesn't get off to 6 p.m., something like that. So then
Yes.
her 4 a.m. is going to look different because she needs to go to sleep. She needs to rest. She's not getting up at 4. Like, it doesn't make sense for her to wake up at that time, right? So what I'm saying is that everyone's 4 a.m. looks different, but you have to create your own 4 a.m. It might be 7 p.m., 3 p.m., whatever the time is. You need to be doing something productive during a period in time. The whole purpose of 4 a.m. is so that you can accomplish a small win. There's a purpose. I know I'm going to start my day off amazing because I've already won. People are asleep. I live in California. So at 4 a.m., that's 7 a.m. y'all time. Y'all got 3 hours on me. So if y'all woke up at 4 a.m., whatever your 4 a.m. time is, you already ahead of people. I'm already ahead of everybody on the West Coast. Ain't nobody up there really at 4 a.m. doing nothing like that unless they going to a job. But I've done something productive, and then I'm going to go work too. So everyone's 4 a.m. look different. Find what your 4 a.m. is. You muted.
Yeah,
All right, so
I know. I feel. That's it. I'm listening.
nah, go ahead, Zay. Go ahead, Zay.
Nah, I was just listening to what she was saying. Just nodding with it. That was it.
Okay, so can we break down the times? We wake up at 4 a.m. First thing we do is let's say we work out and then we read, we have a morning routine. And then throughout the middle of the day, of course, breakfast, and then we do what we gotta do to, get our to-do list, and then we have an evening routine. But we have a time schedule to that. How can we break that down?
Yes. So what I want people to do is it's actually an app I want people to get that's gonna help them. It's called minimum list. Yes. So that's MINIMALIST, minimum list. And so it's a place where you can actually write down all of the things that you need to do for the day, right? So what I write down all the things I need to do, and you can put time next to them, and you can, when you accomplish them, you can cross them all out. Actually, you can see. Actually, I'll show y'all my. Oh, y'all can't see. Yeah, you can't even see my. There, you can see the list a little bit on mine right here, but you see, I still got to prepare my clothes for the week, and I got to work on my dissertation. Actually, I worked on my dissertation for 2 hours, so that's crossed out. So you can cross stuff out. You can't see it a little bit. You cross stuff out. You can add stuff, etc. And so it's really about goals, not necessarily. I don't want people to get caught up on the times. I want y'all to get caught up on the things that you need to get accomplished that's going to help you get the big win. It's small wins so you have a big win. So, for example, everyone always asks, well, how do there's no ability for you to be spontaneous because you plan everything out. Like my calendar is booked. I said, but if I don't plan things out, then I'm not able to accomplish these small goals and tasks that I have. So exactly. I leave room for spontaneous. So like Sundays are my days where I'm like, all right, cool. If something pop up, this is what we're gonna do. And I always leave room to try to change things around. So I want people to understand that don't get caught up on the time. I want you to begin to create a schedule that allows you to accomplish your goal, whatever that looks like. And so where does that all come from? I was just telling you, DC. Nyron.
Hey!
Yay! Nyron!
Late but here. Happy New Year. Happy New
Year, man.
Happy New Year. It's a great way to start 23. How's everybody?
How you doing? Right?
What's up, man? What you been up to?
I've been juggling a lot of balls. I've been taking care of like 3 or 4 things at once.
Hey, I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad. Don't drop one.
I almost did, and it was this podcast. So, let's just not mess this one up.
Tell the people you love them, though. You love the people, though.
I love them to the one fan that considers me their favorite. I'm sorry, but I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
So where were we? What were we talking about before?
We were actually talking about time management.
No way. Of course you were. No.
Hey, actually, you know what? You said you was juggling like 3-4 things. I was just telling DC this book right here. This one, Atomic Habits. Have you read it?
Okay.
Have you read this one yet?
Never heard of it.
Oh man, you got to get this one right here. And so it says tiny changes, remarkable results, right? So I was just telling them about, why I wake up 4 a.m. and stuff like that. Small wins equal big wins, So yeah, that was what I was gonna say next. Yeah, just focus on the small wins, yo.
All right. So I definitely need that book, and shucks, we'll see how it goes.
Go ahead, Nyron.
No, all right. So I came in the middle of the discussion about time management. So I guess we can just continue from there.
No. I was just talking about small wins and stuff like that, but I was just finishing it up. I was actually going to talk about atomic habits. That's a book. So a lot of things are a lot of the habits that I have and ways that I operate actually come from a lot of these books that I'm reading now. So I talked about Discipline Equals Freedom by Jocko Willink, Atomic Habits by James Clear, It's just so many books that I highly recommend for individuals to begin to read. Oh, here's another book. I'm telling you, people always ask, like they ask people like Eric Thomas, they ask people like any famous person, they always ask, what books are you reading? And so a lot of people don't realize that a lot of times by the time you get to that level, you ain't even reading like that anymore. It was before they got to that level that they were reading these books, right? So Eric Thomas will tell you straight off the bat. He'll tell you, he say, I read one page and I'm done with the book. Because that's all I need to read that one page and I execute.
I disagree with that. No, you gotta delve deep. You gotta delve deep.
I agree with reading the whole book as well. However, when you're at that level of success, you don't always have the time it's a luxury to be able to read actually by the time you get to that level. So I'm recommending these books for people to read because by the time they get to that particular level, they can recommend these books. So I already recommended 2 books. The next book I'm gonna recommend is right here, Designing Your Life, How to Build a Well-Lived, Joyful Life. This book right here is another good book.
Okay.
I mention these books because these are books that are going to help individuals elevate their lives, right? It's a new year, so people got all these sayings, new year, new me, new year, it's 23, it's gonna be my year, yada yada. But it's like, what have you done to plan for your year? So we talked about the 4 a.m. I done mentioned these 3 books, right? Just reading those 3 books, but before March would be able to help you take yourself to a whole nother level. Like I said, I woke up at 4 a.m. because I read a book. It was a book that I read that changed my thinking.
Okay, so talk to me more about this book.
Which book?
The book that changed your thinking.
Oh, we talked about that already.
All right, so okay, so this is funny.
Nyron, you know what? Let's turn this into, we're gonna help Nyron out. He's
no.
stressed out. But all right, here's what I recommend. Here's what I recommend. You gotta you need to download this app called Calm. All right, Nyron. CALM. I want you to pay the $40 to get the full version.
Wait, did you say $40? Like 40 American dollars?
Yeah, $40 American dollars.
You're losing me. You're losing me in 2023. You know how everybody says it's me in 2023, those $40? No, you're losing me. You're losing me for 2023.
All my viewers, don't ever let $40 stop you from like getting there. I'm telling y'all, don't do that. Get the app, and it's life-changing, my guy. I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
Life-changing.
Another thing I would like to continue on that is courses.
Wait, you say courses or causes?
Courses. Like when we're taking a course.
Courses.
So let's say if we want to
learning more,
to learn more about this particular subject, or you wanted to start like I'm just gonna throw it out there, like a credit repair business. You're gonna educate yourself on it. You have an expertise, and let's say the course is what, like $100. You're not gonna spend $100 to learn and how to teach on your business. So that's what I mean. Yeah, just to jump on that. But Sade Burrell is definitely, I agree 1,000% on that.
Well, my comeback will be, how do you know you're just not throwing your money away? I mean, there's so many people that have different expertise.
You gotta research
gurus.
You gotta research the people, and if somebody recommends you to them, maybe that's a person that you should actually think about instead of just finding random people. They coming up and then you're spending your money on it. I did that. I'll never do it again. But you'll find you'll learn that these aren't the people you need to be going to.
No, so here's my problem with that, right? You're taking a risk either way. Because let's say you do trust this person and you spend that $40 on that course and it turns out to be garbage. Now your relationship with that person has completely changed.
No, this is where, this is the thing. Hold on. It's not just anybody. You want to trust people that sitting here, they're doing something with themselves. So it's definitely, if they're elevating themselves all the time with reading books and taking courses, that's more than likely a person that you're going to follow than a person that is not doing that and they just randomly decide, oh, I'm going to pick this course. You should do this course too because I did it.
Okay, so Zay is owning something 100%, right? So it's that credibility. That's what she's speaking about, right? So like, if I'm assuming that you trust DC and Zay. Let's just you trust,
Right.
and they go to someone. You see that their credit went from like I'm gonna just throw numbers out. It went from a 550 to a 738. You like, how did y'all get? And because you know them, you like, I know your spending habits. I know what you be doing. I know this. I know that. How y'all go from 550 to 738? That is enough proof for you to spend whatever money it is you need to spend. So I have this speech called The Trap Life.
Okay.
And what you said about that whole $40 thing, and now because I already know what the counter with the rebuttal is gonna be when I say this, but just give me an opportunity to clean it up. Sometimes we operate from a scarcity mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So if $40 or let's just say $100, something like that. Now I'm not super rich or nothing like that. So if I spend $15,000 on the course and I lose out on $15,000, I'm fighting somebody.
There we go.
We fighting. We legit. We fighting. And how much? If I spend 1,500, 500 on a course and I lose it, I lose it because they were fraud or whatever it is. It's different. So the speech I'm talking about is The Trap Life. And I'll share this story actually. When I was in grad school at USC, University of Southern California, at that time I was going through a tough time. I was going through a divorce. I realized I was getting ready to become a single mother. Like that was very, very hard. And so when I graduated, I got my master's and I was offered a job. No, actually I was working at a job at a college. And then I applied for these 2 full-time positions. And I was getting ready to turn one position down because I was going to turn the position down because they were going to pay me too much money. The reason they were paying me, now, the only people who use terms such as too much money are people who are receiving government assistance. And so I was receiving government assistance.
That's a bar.
That's a bar. Too much money. No, I don't want. No, you pay because I was living in low-income housing at that time. And if I would have accepted that job, I would have got kicked out of that low-income housing. And then my cousin said, "Are you stupid? You're gonna turn down a job that pays more than the other because you're afraid of getting kicked out of low-income housing?" She said, "That's what you went to school for, to work hard, to do what you." But I was stuck in a trap life. I was trapped in a system. That's what a system will do to us. It'll trap us in. Now, I'm not talking about, but I'm talking about our mindset. I had a scarcity mindset. So I took that job, the job that paid more. I took the job. I went from low-income housing to being a homeowner. I bought my first house after I got that job. And I realized, had I not made that jump, had I said, "Hey, I'm going to go with this other one," that's a scarcity mindset. And we have to be very, very careful of those mindsets that we create. Of course, you got to be smart. Yes. So I wasn't stupid. I knew, okay, I'm making a lot of, it wasn't a guarantee that I was going to, but I knew I was going to make more money, which meant I was going to have more opportunity. I was going to be better. And so we operate from a trap life, from a scarcity mindset in a lot of areas, not even just money. We do this when it comes to improving ourselves. Oh, I ain't going to therapy. Yeah, you're not going to therapy because you can't afford it. And you need to tell the truth. Stop trying to make it seem like you're not going because it's not good. It's not helpful for you. Right? Oh, I don't want to go to that park. You can't go because you can't pay for valet parking. Like, it's certain. You can't go because your mindset won't allow you to go. So it's scarcity mindsets that we have, and we got to be very, very careful with that. And when I came out of that, I just got back from Tampa, Florida. I tried to find the most expensive restaurant out there. And I took myself out there to eat because I got to figure out a way to make sure. I spent a lot of money at that restaurant by myself. But it's like what Steve Harvey said. Everyone should experience first class at least one time. Because if you experience first class one time, it's going to be hard for you to walk past it. You're going to try to create ways so that you can make sure that your butt is in first class again. And that's what I do for myself. I put myself in a position where I'm like, that restaurant was fire. I need to eat there at least once a week. How can I put myself in a position to eat there once a week? That's why people can't really, that's why I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get off. That's why people come at me and they ask me, yo, Sade, can you come speak at this event? A lot of people can't even afford me anymore. Like they can't. Shoot, Nairon, do you remember how much I told you last time?
I don't know, but it sounds like it's about to be a lot of money.
Oh, it's way more. It's like double whatever I told you last time.
You just say that with ease, though. Oh, but it's way more.
Yeah, because you get to I'm telling you, you get to a point where you're like, all right, like I don't even, okay, when we went to Tampa, we had to like, okay, listen, do you know it's cheaper to fly out of LA than it is out of San Diego, which is where I live? A lot of people will fly out of LA who live in San Diego.
Okay.
Like, I said, nah, I'd rather just pay the ticket here in San Diego. And they're like, why would you pay more in San Diego? I said, because driving up to LA is 2.5 hours with no traffic. With traffic, it's about 3-4 hours. That's 3 or 4 hours I could have been making money or sitting with peace, which I can't put a price tag on. So I started realizing that everything needs to be included when it's time to bring me out, when it's time for me to I'm putting a lot of time, energy, like it's preparation, all this stuff behind it. So yeah, it costs money. And you know what's crazy? Corporations, colleges, they have the money. They too have a scarcity mindset. That's why they're not paying. And when you get people who come in and they're talking about, you can pay me $500, they know that they got a scarcity mindset. They try to put that nonsense on me. And I say, no, here's what we pay. And you can't even get in contact with me until you've agreed. Because I got a team now. By God's grace, I was able to build a team. Like, it's no point in you even talking to me if you haven't even agreed on the price. Because that's a scarcity mindset. And I know how I am. I will flip. Like, I will flip because I know what can come when you don't have a scarcity mindset.
That was a bar.
That's hard to argue. But what I will say is I think people that you engage with, especially people of the podcast, should probably get a discount or maybe should take those courses for free, if you catch my drift.
Okay, here's what I'll do. Oh, I got a gift for all the podcast viewers. I got a gift. I didn't even tell DC this. I got a gift for y'all. I sure do got a gift. I got a free gift. I will give you, any podcast listener, my ebook that I created for Peru for free.
Okay.
For free. All they have to do is they have to do this. They have to follow me on Instagram and shoot me a DM saying, hey, Sade, I'm following you, and I'll send them the link. I don't care when they see the podcast. As long as you send me a DM and I see that you're following me, hey, Sade, I'm following you. Send me the itinerary to Peru. I'm giving y'all the whole entire itinerary that I did to Peru, and also the videos that I did. Why is that going to help you out? Why people are like, why would someone pay for itinerary to Peru? Because your butt ain't never been to Peru, so you don't have none of the connection. You don't know that we ate at the number 4 restaurant in the world in Peru. Me and my kids had that experience. It's on my YouTube channel. My kids, they were ages 10 and 11 at that time. 11, 12. Ate at the number 4 restaurant in the whole entire world in Peru. And I'm gonna give y'all all of that for free. Connect y'all to all the people I got connected with. By the way, because y'all, especially if you're on the East Coast, if you're on the East Coast, going to Peru is super cheap. Like, then next time I come back, I'll teach y'all how I went to Colombia for like $100. How I went to Peru for like $200. I'll teach y'all that later.
That would be definitely something to know.
Right?
Why don't you start the podcast off with that? That's something you got to start off with at the beginning.
Hey, I will give it away. Like literally, I created everything for y'all. I told share my experience and everything, every connection I had in Peru. I give it to y'all all in this ebook. I'll give it all to you for free. That's no problem at all. And a lot of this stuff, I don't want to talk too much about it because I want to be a little bit more organized when I do talk about it. But a lot of this stuff goes back to those points. The scarcity mindset I was talking about. I can only give the information that I want to give to people who don't have a scarcity mindset. If you have a scarcity mindset, I can do a whole different podcast for you. I legit can do the trap life presentation. I'll do that for y'all. That's no problem. For anybody who does have that scarcity mindset or that mindset where it's like yesterday I was where was I at yesterday? Oh, I was at class yesterday. And one of my classmates told me that a student did not accept an internship because her mama told her she needed to turn it down because they were going to pay her too much money. What type of people I told too much money? Those who are receiving government assistance. I said, her mama said, what? She said, yeah, her mama said she's going to get kicked off the Medi-Cal. We call it Medi-Cal here in California, but it's Medicaid. I said, the mom doesn't know. That student missed out on an opportunity because her mama got a scarcity mindset. Her mama stuck in the trap life, and that internship could have changed the whole entire family trajectory.
Which is true.
But it's
my question is, how do you get somebody with a scarcity mindset to take the leap of taking courses that might help them, but might seem like it's too expensive?
That's a great question, actually. So, one, I want you to start at a level where let me test it out, right? So you can't just dive into an ocean and you don't know how to swim. You first got to start testing the water. So here's some people that here's people that I know for sure. These are courses and people who I know who I'm like. Some of the courses I started, I can only talk about me first. I started off with Dr. Boyce Watkins. Dr. Boyce, I don't know. Y'all know who that is?
No.
I do.
Dr. Boyce Watkins. He has DC knows who he is. He had the black business school, and so he always has affordable courses. These affordable courses, I just bought his book actually, the 10 Commandments. God, where's it at? I had it somewhere around here. I just bought one of his books, but he always gives out free information. So what I want you to do first, if you're like, hey, what's the first step? Because I don't want to get scammed. First thing is I want you to take some of the free information and I want you to implement the free information.
I like your emphasis on free there.
Because if you can implement the free information, then you now have proven to yourself, I can do this. The biggest problem is that people pay for courses and it's not as quick or fast as they want it, or they don't actually follow the instructions the way it's supposed to be followed. They be like, that course is a scam. You didn't follow through. So I want you to find something free. Follow people such as Dr. Boyce Watkins, who's someone else. It's a lot of people on social media who are giving out free stuff. Let me see, what's his name? Dang, I'm blanking out on some names. As soon as I remember, I'll get them back to y'all. But Dr. Boyce Watkins is one of them. He gives out free information. YouTube got a free information. Oh, the Social Proof Podcast by David Shands. He has a bunch of individuals on his platform where they give out free information. This platform, this podcast gives out free information. How many of you guys implement? How much you want to bet? People are not even going to start waking up at 4 a.m. That's too early for me. When I hear that's too early for me, that's the reason I wake up. Like, oh yeah, we can't even have a discussion.
That's a fact.
Implement the free information first. Then I want you to go to somebody who you trust, who you know who has done courses and they have results. And I want you to just do something small. Some $50, $60, $70, something like that. Here's another person I want you to do. Here's a person. Not Ron, I got a solution.
Okay.
Instagram got this new thing called a subscription. $4.99. I want free. This is got my homeboy, CEO Matty J. That's his Instagram. Now here's somebody I know for a fact that gives out super dope information. He's the one that actually helped me create my course that I had created. $4.99. You subscribe to these people, and they talking about they giving out this information. Him, CEO Matty J. $4.99. Subscribe to him. He literally. Oh, by the way, Zay, I know you was interested. I'm sorry, I'll be going on tangent. Zay, I want you to go to CEO Matty J's Instagram, and I want you to look. He's doing the travel play right now. He's all over the place. He's teaching people how to book hotels and stuff like that. I ran his hotel play. I got a bunch of hotels, like 5-star hotels for like $100. Yeah.
What?
So I'm not even lying. He legit. And then but you can pay for his course for $20. And he'll teach you how to run the hotel play, how to run the airplane play, how to do all these plays I'm talking about. Everything I just said, I'm a little scared to tell people free because they might have a scarcity mindset. He actually documented his plays for travel and all that stuff right now, and you can subscribe to his Instagram for like $4.99. Test that out, and if you don't like it, then okay. But get your feet wet. Try it.
So DC Intensives gang, are we doing this? We doing the $4.99?
Well,
you
like
want
me?
DC to pay for it, and then for you to
Why
watch
you
You
want
know what? You gotta do it.
We all gotta do it. It can't just be me. We all gotta jump in.
No, you need to do
But
it.
see, you gotta understand, it don't work that way. You can't jump on board and do something because everybody else is doing it. You gotta do it because you want to do it.
Wait a minute.
And it's best for you to do.
It sounds like you have a scarcity mindset.
No, I don't. But all I'm saying is, don't do something because somebody else is doing it. Do it because you want to do it. That's all I'm saying. You got to do it because you want to do it, not because everybody else is doing it. That's you having a scarcity mindset, not me.
Yo, Zay was all in.
You know
Zay
what?
was she all in. Naira, you don't want to talk about $40.
Exactly. Listen, put it this way: I have courses that I spent $1,000 on.
So
I'm taking courses doing different things already.
Would mean nothing. So then $4.99 would be nothing. Come on, let's
What
all
would
do
have
it.
to? No. Listen, $4.99 isn't nothing. It isn't nothing. But you gotta also think if you want to do something and something you want to achieve. Sometimes you may go, okay, well, I can't afford this right now. You can save up and afford it. You understand? So there's always a way around it.
You know it's $4.99.
There you go.
Oh, okay. I thought. So you were tripping off $4.99.
Wait.
Let's go.
Hold on.
$4.99.
That's what you tripping over?
It's not necessarily tripping. I just thought because it was only $4.99, we could all do it, and we're all fighting me on it.
You want to?
No, I'm not fighting you on it.
That's true. So let's all do it together as a group.
No, you need to do
No. Thank you.
This is crazy.
It's individuals. We're individuals, right? So why am I gonna do it because you do it? I should be wanting to do it because I want to do it, not because somebody else doing it.
Question. So then here's a better question. Why don't you want to do it?
I never said I didn't want to do it.
All right, so then let's do it.
So I think if I was making the assumption about Zay, I'm assuming Zay is the type of person where she wants to actually go look at his Instagram page. She wants to see if the information that he's already given away for free is good, and then based on the information he's giving away, then she'll make a decision whether or not she wants to subscribe. Now you are telling all of us to put in $1 and $5.10 each so that you can benefit from the $4.99 subscription.
I call that progressive capitalism.
No, you know what, Naira?
No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. That is not how that works.
Oh man.
No.
There we go. We good.
All right. Okay.
That is not how that works.
I'm gonna send you $5. What's your cash app, man?
Wait, you dead ass? No,
I don't cash app. I don't
He has
cash
money. He has money.
I know
He
he
has
does.
money.
Yes, he does.
Look, hold on, wait a minute, because your friends a little. You got money.
You posted all my business out there on the internet.
You be okay. You be okay. We didn't give numbers. So you be okay.
I'm just saying.
There's no numbers out there.
So how about this then? How about this? Instead of all of us contributing to my subscription fund, how about we all put up $5 each and all take the course each? How about that one?
No,
that was the
No, Naira. It's Instagram subscription. Don't worry about it. Wait, Naira, where's the bird that you used to have?
Oh no, they're downstairs. They moved to a new location.
Oh, thank God.
She said, "Thank God."
This is guy. Let's go. Okay.
Oh man. And so I guess the word for 2023 is focus. For Naira.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Nairon, what is it that is something in 2023 that we are not going to do?
I am not going to be late for another episode of this podcast. That is.
Woo, woo,
woo! No. What is one of the things we're not going to do? I think one of the things I'm not going to do is panic if things aren't necessarily going the right way, right?
Okay.
Because I know 2023 is going to be tough for me for a lot of reasons, and I think it'll be easy for me to be wayward if I panic. I feel like if I get rid of that, I can focus a little better and get a better outcome.
Okay.
That's it? All right. Okay.
Anybody else?
Okay.
See, I don't want to think in my head right now the way I'm going. It's not a matter of thinking about what I'm not going to do. It's a matter of what am I going to do? What is it that I'm going to put forth and make happen? That's where I'm at. I'm trying not to live in the, I should not, like thinking, oh, I should not do this, or I need to stay away from doing this type of thing, you know? So for me,
I guess, where is she? Go ahead. Keep going.
Everybody go in and out. Oh, okay. So for me, the thing, my goal is, and I'm gonna put out a couple of things. One, listen to myself and my intuition. You know, to make whatever decision I'm making.
Okay.
2, starting my LLC. Starting up my LLC.
Okay.
And 3, just trying to work on being real consistent in myself, my own life, and helping my child prosper in being consistent with his life as well. So, and then on top of that, try to travel somewhere. But we're gonna work on that too. But these are the things I'm looking for.
You need a list.
It's already down. It's already put down. It's just working on knowing what the steps I have to do to make it happen. That's where I'm at. Trying to work on figuring out what those steps are to make each one of those things happen.
Hey Zay, let's get together on the travel play. Because I know you said you got a son, so I travel.
Yes.
So hey, let's get together on that travel. I'll give you everything we did for Colombia and Cartagena, Colombia, and then I'm gonna give you everything we did for Peru as well. So yeah,
that would be definitely great.
Oh, wait, do you have to have a child to join, or can you be like childless and still hang out?
I'm sorry?
Wait, do you have to have a child with you to join, or do you, can I be parentless?
No, yeah, I don't want you to go out there and create a child just so you can go travel.
Right.
No, you can do it. No, I give it to you too, Nairon, because I actually have fun with my kids too. Like, man, they like. It was legit. I got you. Just hit me up.
Okay.
Definitely.
Rich, did you answer the question?
Oh no, Rich ain't answered the question.
Yeah, he did not.
Diamond, let's go.
Okay. So for 20, what things not to do or what's my to-do list? Okay.
It's up to it's not to do, but I didn't want to say not to do. So I said what I'm going to do.
I don't want to give out I don't want to give out everything. But
I didn't.
This podcast at least gotta jump right now. It's what, almost what, 120, which is that's a success so far. It got to jump to at least 200 or more.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
200. Actually, I'm a 10x stat. I'll say 300 or 400.
Wow. Ambitious.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a 10x stat. So I gotta get more passive. I gotta figure out how to make more passive income. So I'm studying more and to my clothing line too. Yeah, absolutely.
Your clothing line is super, super dope. We got to promote that more. Like
Yes.
every
We
time,
working on it. Working on it.
yeah, I need
You
that.
know what would help if we got free clothing for the podcast, Rich? That's what
Yeah,
would help the
you know,
most.
you have like
Nyron,
shirts, right? And
let's
you never
not do
wear them.
that.
I'm just saying,
Exactly.
free is me,
Now I have,
$3.99.
Nyron,
Sir.
hey,
Sir. Sir.
I'm telling you, this is for when Nyron comes on. It's just entertainment purposes. I'm telling you.
I know I'm about to, he already know how I get down. So you know what I'm gonna say out my mouth, and I don't even need to say it.
Don't write me up, HR. Don't write me up. I didn't do anything wrong.
Ooh, I
and y'all
mean,
had to bring in HR after y'all brought Nyron on the team. You got to make sure you follow all policies and procedures.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh man.
I love it.
Hey. But we here. The 2023 is gonna be a great year for all of us for sure.
Hey, well,
That'll be a great year.
I think for me, what I'm trying to do this year is completion. I think that, yeah. So I'm trying to finish out my doctoral program this year. That's gonna be one thing I complete. Right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right?
After you tell me after I finish up my dissertation and everything like that. Yeah. Then after that, so completion. That's a big step that I'm trying to take right now. Get that out because I think once I take care of that, I'm able to focus on other things. And then another thing I'm trying to do. Hey, believe it or not, I'm actually trying to come more out to the East Coast. That's something I'm really big on because I have not been to the East Coast a lot for the speaking engagements and stuff. So I'm trying to come out there. So by God's grace, like I said, I have a team of individuals now who are really trying to push and make sure we get some things done. So in terms of getting me out there, yeah.
Can I ask you about that team?
Yeah.
How did you develop the wisdom to know who to delegate to?
Yeah. So the first thing is it's this thing that again my friend Matthew, what he did it. It's called a splash, and it goes over like the type of person you are, everything about who you are, and your personality, your likes, your dislikes, all that stuff. So the first thing I do is I sit down, have conversation with individuals, and then I have them actually fill out this sheet where they tell me things. What do they like? What do they dislike? What are their skill sets? You ask those questions. If you could do anything for free, or if you could do one job for free, and everything was taken care of, like you were a millionaire and you do this, what would it be? And people would say things like, "Oh, I'll probably just I'll organize people's houses for free. I would do this, I would do that." Like, or ask them, what's a business that if you could start a business, what's a business that you would want to start? And a lot of times, whatever that business is that they want to start, that's a skill set. So let's say, hey, I would do podcasting. Okay, so you have the ability to interview people. So what I did was I would take those questions and then I would say, okay, so if you had to do this particular thing, I would delegate that over to them. So I don't like organizing. I don't like getting on phones with people and they wasting my time. We negotiate prices. I don't like that. Like, I'm like, I told you the price, you either accept it or you don't. And so I like to hand it off to people that enjoy talking and negotiating and stuff like that, and they have patience. I'm very patient. I'm very this. So you learn their skills, and then that's when you delegate. Now,
okay.
I don't like. What do I not like? I don't like any artsy stuff. Like I'm not good at decorating. I pay people to come decorate my house. I pay people to come decorate like events that I have. Like that's not something I'm good at. And so there's somebody on my team who's good at that. They enjoy that. So every event that we have, I'm like, all right, you take care of that. They like organizing. They get excited over Excel sheets. I'm like, what? You excited over that?
Right?
But when I find out your skill, I delegate tasks to you based on the skills. I will never put you in a skill or a task that you are like, yeah, I wouldn't do that because I'm setting you up for failure.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Okay, you have like a million questions. Go ahead, Nairon.
No, I want the rest of the team to engage as well.
Okay, so now that we talked about time management, waking up at 4 a.m., let's talk about more about how can people delegate instead of like, about work. How about spending time with family?
Oh,
Spending time with yourself.
there we go. There we go.
How is that different from time management?
You said, how's that different from time? Because what we talked about was time management as far as like work purposes and
yourself.
And yourself, right? But what about family? What about, personal, things that's personal in your
life?
But
It's basically you saying that you're trying to figure out how to create that balance with work, business, family, and personal. And that's where a lot of people, I feel like, because I have that issue too, is finding that middle ground. It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing to do because you're trying to make sure that you can have your career. You want to run a business and then you have family you got to take care of or just to spend time with your family, let alone making sure you got to make sure you good too. As they say, you get on a plane, you can't give somebody else oxygen if you ain't got it. So how are you supposed to make sure other people are good and all this other stuff is happening if you can't get it together yourself, So
yeah,
do y'all see why Zay is the boss and I'm not?
Right.
She's
right.
behind the scenes and she's the one that has the power. I don't. She says the words, ideas, everything. She's behind the scenes. She's on today, but you will barely see her or hear from her. She's more behind the scenes.
I'll pop in here and there, here and there.
Hey, but I got a solution for you. So talking about the balance and all that stuff. So again, like I'm a big like self-development junkie, but I implement them. I implement like I don't just join courses and stuff like that, and then I don't or follow people and I don't do it. I actually do it. So y'all familiar with Eric Thomas, the motivational speaker?
Yes.
Okay, so he has someone on his team. His name is Jamal King. And so I was struggling with how do I keep my family balanced, how to do this, how to do that. And then Jamal actually started talking about the 5 pillars. Had a challenge called the 5 Pillar Challenge. I joined it. And it's everything that you actually should be. It's an app. It's legit an app. Where was I at? I think I was in Peru or Colombia. I don't know where I was at. Some country I think it's Colombia when it started. And so the 5 pillars are fitness, finance, family, freedom, and faith. Every day we doing something towards. So let me break it down. Every day I make sure I hit each one. Fitness. I legit just came in from playing a basketball game for 3 hours. So my fitness is done. My finances, what I plan on doing is I got to go into my TD Ameritrade and see what happened last week in the stock market or on Friday in the stock market. I didn't get a chance to see what happened. I need to go into my bank account to make sure that, because I realized I logged into, I was trying to get on a streaming system called Peacock. You watch TV, and I thought I canceled it, but what's going on?
Woo!
And Jupiter Sugar Baby
Hey.
says, I finally tuned in while y'all are live. Love y'all. This is my favorite podcast, especially Naren. Okay.
Hey.
Ah,
He threw himself in there.
All right. Thank
I
you,
love
Jupiter.
it. I love it. So, like finances. So I'm going to discuss also. I'm also going to start discussing, not discussing, looking at just a subscription. I realized I thought I canceled the subscription, but I didn't. So now I'm about to go through all my stuff to make sure I'm changing all my subscriptions and stuff like that. Take Netflix
I
off.
did that this week. Mm-hmm.
Right? And then family. I got to go upstairs. I got to spend some time with my kids, have conversations with them, etc. Freedom, doing something. This is my freedom. Me participating in this podcast is my freedom. Freedom is something that you want to do, something that's going to make you happy, that's going to help you get to your next level. I love this
Exactly.
podcast. I support this podcast 100%. So this is my freedom that I'm doing right now in my faith. Again, I actually have a church event that after this I got to go to. We have a blood drive coming up here in San Diego, and so my church is doing a blood drive. So I'm super excited about this blood drive and everything that they're doing. That's my faith. Every day you should do something. You're like, well, I don't have time to work out. Go walk somewhere. Like, really? I don't have time to look at finances. Go look at how much money's in your account or what you plan on doing. Like, people ask me, how do I travel? When I it's a whole nother system attached to how I travel. But the other way that I used to travel is I would put money into my savings account. Okay, look at this. Now, look at it. I got this little drink right here. It's sparkling water. Sparkling water, because I know y'all don't like no sugar and stuff like that on this podcast. 0 calories.
Yeah.
0 calories, zero sugar. Right? So I lost my train of thought talking about the no calories, no sugars and stuff like that. But shoot, what was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. Y'all made me lose
what you do? You save it. You put in the money in your savings
gotcha.
to travel.
Okay. Zay, that's why you HR. That's why you HR.
Right.
So these are cans. In California, I got another one right here. These cans you can actually recycle.
Yes.
So when I was broke, I used to recycle everything. And I would put all that money in a jar. And I would save that money. And I would go down to the bank and I would put it like for my kids' bank account because I didn't have no money to put in their bank account.
That's exactly what I do.
But you also, now what I do, I still collect these cans. I'm taking my butt down to that recycling joint and they're going to give me only $5. But $5 is $5 in America. $5 in Peru is $25 in Peru. So that's $5 I could have been eating with. So that's what I'm saying. So start yourself like a travel little jar. Go start collecting some cans. You out there all looking at you up there collecting cans. You think you too good. Your butt ain't never been out the country. You need to you gotta focus that. So again, you literally every day, fitness, finances, family, freedom, and faith. Every day you should be doing something towards that. My freedom is traveling. I love traveling. Love traveling. So every day I'm trying to do something that's gonna help me travel. I don't walk past a quarter on the floor. I pick up quarter. I don't care how much I get paid to speak. I'm picking up that quarter. Because again, that's going to that travel fund that I have and everything. So yeah, if you do something, fitness, finance, family, freedom, faith. By the way, even family, I don't have time to spend with my family. Call your mom on the phone. Call your dad on the phone. Call your cousin. Just check in. Hey, I just want to see how you doing. Stop making this stuff more complicated than it needs to be. These small wins is gonna add up to big wins.
Yo, that was a whole that was a whole gem just now. My household
Jupiter Sugar Baby says my household income is over 6 figures and I coupon and recycle still.
Hey.
Exactly.
People stay where they are. Okay, this is what I noticed. I always thought when I was younger, I used to because I was in foster care, and so I used to be part of some of these programs and stuff, and I used to always feel like I had to act a certain way around certain people.
Yeah.
Man, these people, I started realizing people with money are the cheapest people in the world. they again, how do they stay rich? Because of their habits that they have. They coupon, they recycle. When they go to they don't order the most, like they don't go and be like, oh, let me get this. Like I've seen my mentor who home cost over $5-6 million in California. So you know it ain't nothing but like this big. Yeah, and she's sitting up there arguing with the waitress about these $2 fries. I'm like, yo, it's $2. Like, she like, no, we absolutely will not pay it. Take this off the bill. It was never on. I'm like, yo. She like, she literally said to me, how do you think I stay in the predicament that I'm in? Because I watch everything and I make sure I get all my money back. It's those who are middle class and those who are a lower class who are always trying to look like they got it when they ain't got it.
True.
And
that's a fact.
That's a scarcity mindset. That's a scarcity mindset. Now, let me, because I don't want nobody to go back and be like, wait, Sade, you said that you just ate at an expensive restaurant because you want to have experience. Absolutely. They do those things too. But it's planned. That's the difference. I didn't just go out there and splurge and be like, I'm going on this. It was a planned event for me to spend that money. Everything is planned out.
Yeah.
That was, yo, Nyron, talk to me.
Listen.
Come on with your million questions. Let's go.
Okay.
Sade getting us hype right now. Sade is the best guest on the pod. Yo, wow. Let's go.
All love. Thank you.
So
I'm sorry now. I give y'all one thing. I want everyone, if y'all listen to this episode, I want y'all to watch the first time Sade Burrell was on here on this podcast.
It's about what, the third, fourth time?
Yeah, this is like the
third time. I think it's the third, fourth time, something like that.
Yeah. So the first time she was on, I promise you, if you watch it, I promise you, your mindset will be a 360 change. If you execute it, I promise you.
Exactly.
But you know, DC, you know what's crazy? Even from that first podcast we did to now, my life is so much even different. It's so much even more different. Like in such a blessed way. Like I've elevated myself, and God forgive me if it appears as if I'm bragging. I'm very passionate about helping people. People really believe that this is just motivation, inspiration. No, first of all, let me explain something to you. Motivation is like taking a shower. If you don't do it every day, you're gonna stink. You have to do it every day. You have to do motivation every day. So if you wait, I can't believe it. Every day you got to get up and you got to find something that's going to inspire you. Because if you don't, that's why this nation and this country is dealing with so much depression. People don't have a purpose. They don't have a passion. They don't have nothing. I'm telling you, my life elevated. The first time I came on this podcast, I wasn't in a doctoral program. Second time I came in, I was in a doctoral program, documenting my whole entire process. Now I'm making money off a process that I documented. Now I'm getting ready to graduate. By the time I come on here, like I said, it's going to be Dr. Sade Burrell. Not only that, but I want to be, and I will be, one of the experts who come into colleges and teach them how to support students who experience foster care in colleges. You talk about, I have a $400,000 a month plan. I'm about to be
$400,000 a month
plan. Yes.
When it comes to that,
yes, a $400,000 a month plan.
Wow.
That's because people think that, yes, I want people to understand, I don't go to school for fun. I'm going to get paid. I don't like that's what people don't college ain't for everybody. I've been exposed to so much because of my experiences. 100%. You got to find whatever your passion, whatever your road is, take your road. However, this plan that I'm getting ready to implement, and y'all can hold me accountable to this. Y'all can ask me next year, Sade, what's going on with the $400,000 a month plan?
Don't worry, we will. We
I know
definitely
you will.
will.
That's why I said that, because I know people like Nyron is gonna be like, where is the $400,000 a month plan? Where are you at in it? What are the steps? There's
Right.
steps I'm taking. There are relationships that I'm building right now with people. Right now, I want everybody listening to this podcast to, after they stay on this podcast right now, don't leave yet. After we done with this podcast, I want you to go and type in on YouTube Napoleon Hill Think and Grow Rich. And I want you to pull up the video of a white man in a black and white. It looks, he's an old white man, and it's black and white because that's how old the video is. And I want you to just listen to that video every single day. Like, well, you can't listen to it every day because it's 12 hours, but I want you to listen to it like an hour a day, 2-3 hours a day. He talks about building relationships with people. Relationships with people. I'm building relationships not with people, but with organizations and companies that's going to help me get to that goal. I already have started. Now I'm telling you this now, that is what we all need to be doing, is building these relationships. Stop taking these podcasts and just listening to it and then not doing nothing with it. Don't waste their time. Don't waste my time. Do something with it and then come back and comment and say, because of DC, Nyron, and Zay, I got my stuff together. I did what they told me to do. I read those books. I did, like, I seen this podcast. Y'all got some dope people on here. And people need to start implementing, and they need to start cash apping y'all saying thank you. That's what
you know what? I appreciate that last part. That cash out part, let's start with that one.
Yo,
cash out.
Naira.
I can't with Naira.
My God.
Naira's always about the money. Always about the money.
And you know what's crazy? I realized that people that sometimes pretend to be broke really got a bunch of money. So Naira, how much money you got?
Oh, please.
Right?
I wish.
Man, you live in New York.
I got that millionaire trade of being cheap without the millionaire bucks. So cash out, please. I'll take the cash out. I'm not too proud to beg. I'm not too proud to beg at all.
Yo, you see the face?
I can't with this man.
Woo! Why?
This man right here.
Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. I'll jump back on. Okay. But okay, Naira. So talk to us about money. Wow.
I think the DC Incentives podcast should have a Cash App. It should definitely have a Zelle. And as we're advertising the podcast itself, we should also be advertising the Zelle and the Cash App.
How about instead of advertising the Zelle and the Cash App, how about you advertise the
we lost our guest
product.
again, y'all. She gonna come back on.
How about we advertise our product, okay? Our t-shirts and stuff, not advertising Zelle and Cash App, sir.
Well, I'm not saying we can't do that as well, but I'm just saying we should throw that in the mix. It might add some extra little flavor to the podcast. You know what I mean?
Yo, Nyron, you are a funny guy.
Nyron is a character.
You are the most funniest guy on this podcast.
You're a great character.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Great character.
It's what I'm trying to be.
You need to do better, but great character.
So, what do we take away from Sade so far?
So, all right, the 5 pillars, which is we talked about the time. Sade Burrell's she's coming back.
You got the 5 pillars. One thing I was working on it. Yeah, one thing I was working on last year with her coming on was definitely waking up at that 4:30 in the morning type of thing. I was on it. I've been doing it all year, but I was on and off doing it. So I think this year I'm going to be more consistent with it and maybe actually get up at 4 instead of 4:30. And try and get myself to sleep a little extra early so I can get some type of sleep and still be able to do that, you know. Also, just to the one thing she was saying when we was talking about the balance of life, period.
Absolutely.
Definitely work on that. You know, that would be one of the biggest things we can do, and especially which I'm gonna engage in, Nyron, is the whole thing when she was talking about the trips and getting doing that for sure. It's something that I'm engaging in definitely this year. I'm out. Y'all gonna be asking me where I'm at. I'm going places. I'm telling y'all that now. I got one trip planned already. More to go.
Okay.
So
Let's go.
yeah,
All right, Sade Burrell back, y'all.
she
Let's
back. She
get it.
back.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you know why I get so excited, man? The Wi-Fi know to calm me down by shutting off. So
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. That's why I was late to this podcast. The Wi-Fi
oh
shut off
Yeah.
yeah,
all
because
of
you
a
was
sudden.
hyped, and then you came in
Yeah,
talking about you
all
don't
right.
want to pay $4.99. We got you 100%.
Right.
100%.
That is
Yeah,
too funny. Too funny.
yeah.
Oh man.
But definitely it's coming down to what it is that we're gathering in this year. I'm telling y'all now, this year is the year. You know, you got it's just more so looking at last year and go, okay, well, I didn't do this and I didn't do that I wanted to do. Just
Mhm.
make sure you do it this year. Move
Let's
forward.
go. Hey,
Okay.
actually, you know what, Sade? Just I know we an hour and 15 in. How long we got for you?
Are you good? Well, we good. We good. We got maybe another 15.
15 minutes. All
Yep.
right, copy. I copy. All right,
Uh
so
oh. Y'all see that?
can
Y'all
What's
see
going
that?
on? What's
oh,
going on?
She said, what's
let's
Jupiter?
go.
She's like, she want to advertise the long sleeve shirts for the
Oh,
winter.
so Sade, one more time, can you advertise your ebook just for Jupiter she's been a
On it.
consistent listener for this podcast,
Consistent,
and
yes.
she's also been promoting this podcast, and you know, and when she been advertising and she been supporting us, other people has been. So what's the ebook that? Can you talk about that one more time, please?
Yeah. I haven't even released it yet, right? So
Mm.
I have not released this. Is actually the first time I'm actually talking about it publicly. So yeah, it's our. So what I did. So actually, I have two. So what I'm learning is everything you do, you should turn it like people. There's something you doing that people don't know how to do, and that's easily an ebook. And you can
Mm-hmm.
use
Mm.
Canva to turn it into an ebook. So when I travel, I thought everybody knew how to travel the way I travel and stuff like that. And my homegirl who's on my team, shout out to Exandria. Exandria was like,
Yeah,
"Hey, let's try."
extend. Yeah.
Yeah, you know Exandria.
Yes. Shout out.
So what happened was, so with this Peru, let me talk about the Peru one, and I'll talk about the ebook I did with the Peru one. I did an Instagram live, and she took all my notes off of Instagram live. That's why I got Exandria on the team. That's why she on the team, and she turned everything into an ebook. Like she took notes from my Instagram live that I did and turned that into an ebook. But the ebook that I also got is I got another one called "Who's Paying for This?" A guide on how to pay for college, right? So I graduated debt free all the way up to my master's, and then right now my doctoral program, I pay cash for this program. So it's just me paying for it right now. So the only time I took out loans was when I was at USC. But all of my book, What Are You Reaching For? Actually, next year is it gonna be next year? No, I got 2 more years. I got 2 more years. I should start planning that. In 2 more years, it'll be 10 years since I released my book. What Are You Reaching For? So
Oh,
yeah, it'll be 10 years.
Congratulations.
That flew by. So I got that book. What Are You Reaching For? And then I got another book called The Opportunity Guide. Right. And every book that I've ever written, it's no fluff. It's not like I'm just telling you you gotta persevere. Don't give up. Yeah, I tell you don't give up, but let me tell you this: you gonna want to give up. So, like for example, if you go on my website, on SadeBurrell.com,
Hmm.
on my website, it's a blog, and it's called I wrote it to myself. It's under the Ali one. No, not Ali. It's like it's one. Oh, it's called Dear Sade. It was my 24-year-old self, me Sade at 24. I was writing a letter to my 12-year-old self. And I wrote a letter to my 12-year-old self saying, hey, Sade, don't give up yet, because you're gonna go to juvenile hall. You're gonna go to foster care. You're gonna be physically abused. You gonna have kids, but then you're gonna go through a divorce. It's me writing a letter to myself, but then you're gonna go to the University of Southern California, one of the top universities in the country. I was writing a letter to myself. Now I'm getting ready to write another letter to myself, to my 24-year-old self. Because I'm telling you, had I gave up at 24 or had I gave up at 12, it's beyond perseverance that we got to move toward. It's us saying to ourselves, it can and it will get better. We see so many people, unfortunately, committing suicide, and I'm sure that whatever they're going through was bad enough for them to go to such extreme act. However, I want people to know that if you just hold on a little bit longer and you begin to implement some of these small tasks that we were just talking about, waking up early, because let me tell you this, your butt wake up early. By 3 o'clock, you so tired, you ain't got time to be sad. You too tired to be sad. You too tired to be sad. And so I think that a lot of times we're not purpose driven. And so people ask, why you keep writing books and stuff? Oh, I got another book coming out too. And this book is actually going to be in colleges. You're gonna have to go through this is gonna be the first time I think we're gonna go through a book company.
All right, so Jupiter Sugar Baby is asking, where can I order your books? My birthday's coming up, and your book will be my gift to myself.
Oh, you are too. Who is this? Somebody did. Hey, I appreciate you, sis. SadeBurrell.com. You can get all of my books. SadeBurrell.com. And then also make sure you if you're not following me on Instagram, my Instagram is just Sade Burrell. If you DM me and say, hey, Sade, I'm following you, could you send me the free ebook? I'll send you a free copy of one of my ebooks for the trip to Peru. So make sure you do that. And then again, SadeBurrell.com for most of my books. What Are You Reaching For is on Amazon, and then all my other books are not on Amazon because I started realizing that Amazon, while they might package it out and everything, they don't give me nearly as much money as if I did it myself. So
gotcha.
Wow, that's okay. I didn't know that. Okay, wow. Okay, but Nairon, so yeah. So we gotta respect time. So any last questions, because Sade Burrell gotta get off.
Oh man, I got so many. I guess the one that I guess you could answer the quickest is, everybody makes declarations every new year, right? And we always seem to get back to the same old declarations because we never really achieve our goals for the oncoming year. How do we make sure that 2023 is the year that we don't have to come up with the same goals for 2024 because we actually accomplished them in 2023?
All right, so here's a simple answer. You got to embarrass yourself. So again, why I tell y'all about that $400,000 a month plan? Because if I don't, I just said on the podcast that This is my goal. People have goals and they keep them to themselves. They keep the goals to themselves and they never tell no one. You have no accountability. None. I never forget the year that somebody made a declaration that they're going to lose 15 pounds that year. And then someone said, well, what happens if you don't? She said, I just don't. She said, and they said, oh, no, that don't work. If you don't lose those 15 pounds, you're going to have to put on a bikini and post the picture online.
Wow.
Man, let me tell you this. That little heifer was in the gym every day, losing a pound.
Wow.
Every day. Because, again, and people always say, well, that's kind of rough, Sade. I can give you a fluffy answer, but for me, what works for me is backing myself so far in the corner that I don't have a choice but to swing and make it. And so a lot of y'all not putting enough pressure on yourself in a positive way. Have a group of people who are accountable. Do you think that like I have? That's why I tell people, join the 4 a.m. calls. It's free. It's a community of people. You come in, you tell people what your goal is. Before you leave, you tell people, did you accomplish your goal? If you come in 2-3 days in a row and you're not putting your goals, You're not telling if you accomplish your goal. You got me and some other people in there. We go, hey, what's going on? You ain't accomplishing nothing. Accountability is the reason why we are not accomplishing our goal. And so for me, you have to figure out what is your level of comfort. I'm very stubborn. So I have to be embarrassed to the max. Some people don't need that. Some people just need someone to say, hey, check in on them. Like, hey, what's going on? Are you really doing it? Join a community. Stop every year coming up with these resolutions, wasting your time and other people's time. Join accountability community. It's too many communities out here for you to not to have them.
Okay.
All right, let's get it. So, Jupiter.
Oh, yeah,
Jupiter Sugar Baby is asking, can you sign my book?
Yeah, don't order off Amazon. If you want it signed, order it through my website on SadeBurrell.com, and I'll be able to sign it. I got you.
Let's go. All right. So,
one last thing, DC. Just also want to plug my kids. My kids, their ages 11 and 12. They wrote a book when they were 8 or 9, and that book is also on my website as well. They wrote a book called "We Are Grateful." So that's the reason I don't give allowances, because they have a business of their own. So I don't want people to think that I just be up here just like it goes beyond just me. You shouldn't just be doing it for yourself. What are you doing for people who coming behind you and people who need your support?
Let's put that in the description. Let's put the link. Let's support that. Let's definitely support that. Yeah, we're gonna definitely do that. Yeah. So Sade Burrell gotta go. Are we serious about a part 2? Is that okay, Sade?
Yeah. Hey, y'all just let me know when.
All right.
That'd be great. Great.
Is that okay?
Next week.
Yup. We good. Let's do it.
15.
All right.
Say less.
Make it happen.
You hear that, Nyron?
I hear that.
That's
rough energy, though. That's too rough for me. I'm just all right.
That is not too much. You could do it. Let's not do that.
I'm just giving you a nice little thumbs up. I don't need that. I need all that. No, that's all right.
All right, yo, listen, man. We gonna on it. Sade Burrell, any final thoughts before we gotta close it out?
Hey, if you listen to this podcast, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like it. Make sure you send it to your friends. Make sure your friends send it to somebody. This podcast is going to continue to help you grow. Make sure y'all take what y'all learning from these podcasts. Each episode, do something with it. Okay, don't just listen to it. Do something and remember to hang around individuals and listen to things that listen to people who are like on this podcast. All right. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to this podcast.
And donate to the Cash App. Donate to the Cash App, please.
Nyron.
Yo, this guy is funny, son. Yo.
I just can't with you. Wow, I just can't.
I can't.
I don't want to be
I just can't.
broken.
How about promote the clothing line? How about that? Not promoting the Cash App itself.
Yeah.
How about promote the clothing line? Let's talk about that.
But the podcast has a Cash App. Diamond Cash has some clothes, but the podcast definitely has a Cash App. So,
all right, y'all, we gotta close it out. Sade Burrell gotta go, y'all. We gonna see her next week. So thank you so much, Sade Burrell, next week and everything. But all right, man, we about to close it out. DC and Senses out of here.
We out.
All right.